Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Power Rangers Let There Be Thunder. This is the second of 5 character creation videos. I'm Matthew, I'm the GM for this game, and I have one of my players here with me today. Oh, it's saying on here that it started. Interesting. Let's just double check that. Yeah? No, that's okay. It's better to know than not know. Yeah, threw me for a second. Yeah, I'm Matthew. I'm going to be the GM for the game. And as I said, I have one of my players here with me today, and we're going to be going into some character creation. So, did you want to? And good. Uh, we've got your character sheet already with your name on it. Fantastic. And what we'll do, just go step by step like we did on Tuesday for the first one. So, if we have a look at the. Oh, I hate why that keeps doing that. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Me and Roll20 are having a little bit of an issue where everything seems to have zoomed in fantastically. There we go. Apologies. Let's bring up the origins. Had you already had a look and decided which origin you wanted to use for your... Fantastic. Brilliant. I have to say, after you shared that video of the music, I fell down a rabbit hole. It was so easy to just listen to it and then listen to the next one and listen to the next one. And I fell down a rabbit hole big time. I put my hand up. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. That makes that nice and easy then. So fantastically, you start off with 2 health, which is brilliant. As I've said previously, it's a low health, low damage system. So 2 health is actually quite a bit. Without any points in conditioning, it's the highest we can go to without points into conditioning. At least for now. Who knows what might come out in later books. And we have the choice then to increase either strength or speed by 1. Oh, okay. That is very weird. It was capturing it, and you're right, it now has stopped. Fantastic. You just try again for me? No, no, no. Fantastic. Oh, I love how this was all working absolutely fine. I've done nothing wrong, not changed anything, and yeah. Nope, it's not capturing your voice, which is great. And it's definitely on this end. Right, let me just... apologies everybody. I have obviously messed something up. just just being, yeah, just being. That sounds like me normally, to be fair. Right, let me just double check and see what is going on. Oh, okay, I know what's happened. try again for me yet.
What?
Okay, hopefully it's now working. It's showing that it's working. And I'm going to blame Discord for this one because I put my headphones in earlier on. I told Discord not to change anything, and Discord changed stuff that it wasn't supposed to change.
People in the chat are saying, "Goddamn Rita."
It's always got to be Rita.
It can't be
Fantastic.
Ivan Ooze.
I mean, we can blame Ivan Ooze. Unfortunately, however, as much as we've sort of thrown it up in the Renegade Game Studios Discord, Ivan Ooze unfortunately isn't owned by Hasbro. I want to say it's Hasbro
Oh,
because in
okay.
the film
That's why he's never reappeared. I was curious why he's never like. I mean, obviously they couldn't get that actor again, but I mean, like a recast version of Ivan Ooze.
It's something. It's popped up quite a few times, especially with the Adventures in Angel Grove book coming out soon. We was all like trying to guess who the villain could be, and it's Ivan Ooze pops up, and it's like, unfortunately, full stop, not happening. We do not have the rights to touch that. At which point, was like, we'll make our own Ivan Ooze.
No Uzi Trump analog. Damn.
We will make our own Ivan Ooze.
Okay, so I copied my health in. Okay, let's see what else I get. My essence score.
Yep. So you pick
strength
either
or speed.
strength or speed.
I want it to be strength. How do I do that?
So if you click on the edit button.
Edit. Okay, cool. I see it. Yeah. Okay. Edit. There it is.
And then you'll just pop strength from 1. And then we'll be picking our bonus or Mouse's bonus skill levels from the strength list here. So you get either brawn, intimidation, or might at a D2.
Oh, they're all brawn and might are both really good for me. I think I'm gonna go with brawn though.
Fantastic.
So that go to a D2?
Yep. You'll be able to lift some heavier objects and sort of throw Mouse's weight around a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we come down to languages. So with languages, you're fluent in your native language. We've gone for the most part, we've gone for English. Unfortunately, again on
where is languages on here?
They haven't put it in
doesn't
yet.
Have it.
No. So if you create a perk, so if you just edit where the perks are, below strength and speed. Just
and add language.
Yep. And then just make a language perk and type in whatever ones you've got.
I got English.
And then once we've got all of the...
And one additional language. Oh, okay, for each 4 points of smarts.
So once we've sort of set up all the points across it, we'll know if you've got any extra ones to throw in there. But yeah, unfortunately, it's another thing they're working on the sheet that hasn't quite been finished yet.
Right. Movement is 30.
Yep. Which should be the top right.
Yep. 30 feet. Okay. And I have an origin benefit.
You do. You can't tell me what to learn. I like that.
Which it gives me an additional perk.
It does. It lets you start off the game with a perk.
So we should choose that?
Yeah, we can have a look now.
All right. Skills, perks. I have not had a chance to look at these yet. Okay, let's see what we've got.
There's quite a few ones.
All right. Bowl over. That's pretty cool. Adolescent attitude. That's pretty cool. Dig deep is pretty rad for me.
Let's just have a look. Bring that up on there. Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. Especially being able to heal, although forfeiting your entire turn.
Yeah. What does grid power do?
So grid powers are separate from perks, but they're typically something that you can do one morphed. So
okay.
So for example, one of the grid powers is power strike. When you make an attack, you can spend personal power to increase that attack by the same number, and it's energy
Uh,
damage. So there's that. There's one that allows you to have a shield that you can summon. There's one that allows you to heal, for example. Just cool little abilities that generally sort of when you're morphed and can
oh,
do things.
I know what I want. What kind of armor can a Black Ranger wear? It's medium or is it heavy?
It's
Medium,
medium.
right? I want heavy armor shell.
Let's have a quick look. You want heavy armor shot?
So that
Fantastic.
it can all be in heavy armor instead of medium.
Let's just double check. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, so black starts with light and medium, so you're going to be starting off with heavy, which is going to be a great bonus to your toughness.
Mm.
Scarily high bonus to your toughness.
I just love the idea of this like petite punk who is like just a tank.
I love it. And it's great when you see the numbers start to add up as well with the heavy armor shell, and then I think the next one is ultra heavy.
I'll get that next.
Just going to be just toughing out everything.
Yeah, yeah. Just wade through.
Fantastic. We will have a look then. We've done the origin. In that case, we'll open up the Black Ranger spectrum, which I did just have but closed because I'm that silly. And let's just have a look through. So we've got a few bits we can put in there from the Black Ranger spectrum, such as your personal power regeneration.
Give me a sec. Bring it all up.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. So personal power generation is 2 per day.
Yep.
So that is where would that go?
I do believe I'm just going to hit the edit button. Yeah.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, it doesn't show there on the screen there for some reason, but it is. It's behind the screen. So we've got the 2 power regeneration, and you start off with 2 personal power.
Okay. 2, 2. Got it.
We also have a strength increase of +1.
Nice.
And a social increase of +2.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Edit. So strength goes up by 1. So strength becomes 2.
Yep.
And social becomes 2.
Yep. And the starting skill ranks are might. So we'll have a might at D2.
Okay.
And then you get 2 in performance.
+2 performance.
Yeah. So
cool.
What you could do
that works actually.
Do a D4 in performance, or you could do D2 with a specialization.
I'll do D4.
Okay. And then if we scroll down a little bit further, we get the.
That works because I want to eventually take the Garage Band perk.
I really like that. It's just so sort of niche, but also so Power Rangers.
It's flavorful. I like it. Yeah, yeah. All right. What's next?
If we go down, we've got the role perks for the Black Ranger. So we've got its morphing time, which we'll need to pop in the perks section.
Perks. People are talking in the chat. I guess we're going to be a team of tanks.
I was just seeing that. It looks like it's so far. It's kind of Michael's Green Ranger is a bit more hit first and then kind of hide behind you guys. I'm thinking. Mouse is definitely lining up to be full on brick wall.
Yeah. Brick wall with a big hammer.
You got to have it. Just great big, especially like if I can just see it being this big maul that's almost the size of Mouse.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the idea. All right. So what am I putting under perks?
So if we put its morphing time.
Okay. And that's where I add my bonuses here.
So with the morphing time, you can do is I'll copy and paste it over. I've got the compendium open. So
Oh, please do.
I figure I've got it open. I've got the bits selected.
So yeah, if you want to edit that into my It's Morphing Time, there we go.
Done that
Cool.
for you. And then we need to add Heart of the Team, which again is another role
Okay.
perk. And again, I'm happy to copy and paste it over because I've got it
Yeah,
open
go
in
for
front
it.
of
Go
us.
for it.
Let me just edit that a second. Pop that in. Heart of the Team.
So I boost, basically I buff people, right?
Yeah, Black Ranger gets some nice abilities to increase other people's abilities. You've got Heart of the Team, which allows you to give somebody a upshift on a roll as a free action as well, so you can still do your own stuff. You also
Right.
get, I think, a little bit later on as well, some healing, or I might be going crazy on that one. It might just be blue.
I think I did, yeah.
Definitely, you get the ability to regenerate personal power
Yeah,
for the rest of the team.
you got this,
Oh
where I can
yes,
give
it's
people temporary
temporary
help.
health. Yeah, so it's kind of like the supporting character, but again, great big hammer. Have hammer, will
Yeah,
bash.
that's kind of why I chose it. I wanted the idea of being like this kind of like support tank type, and like not just tanky, but being support. And this is a really cool. I don't want to say class for it, but
Yeah, it is
class for it.
definitely one of the things I've sort of noticed flicking through all of them is that they all have really cool abilities that they can help each other out with. All of them have all of the spectrum roles, other than Pink, oddly, which is just really good at shooting stuff. All of them have
Yeah, I saw
something they
that.
bring to the team that actually is really great.
We don't have a pink, do we? Do we
We
have a
do
pink?
not have a Pink. It will be the first game I've run where I haven't had a Pink Ranger. It's quite interesting. So we've got the.
They just knew they couldn't replace Kimberly. It's as simple as that.
I'm saying nothing.
I know they do replace her in the show, and she's.
No, that
I'm
never
very aware.
happens. That never happens.
No, never had.
That never happens. I reject all realities where that happens.
I haven't gotten there yet. I've been stuck watching Stranger Things,
Oh yes. Oh, volume two
catching up on season
tomorrow.
4.
Volume two.
I'm.
Oh
I just. I know this is off track. I just watched the episode last night with Max. Episode 4, the one with Max and Vecna, and it was just mwah, amazing cinema.
yes,
So
100%, 100%, and it just gets better. I have to say, I'm very much
like
looking forward to
I took a
2.
long break from Stranger Things, and I didn't. I had nice. Then I just over the last couple weeks started with volume 2. I got all the way up to volume 4, and I legit I think is one of my favorite shows of all time. Legitimately, I think it's like up there. It's just one of the best shows, other than Power Rangers, of course. Right. Right.
Okay, we've got the spectrum roll bits and pieces down then. So we've got the strength increase, the social increase, the roll perks. We've got the skills. Fantastic.
Don't get a Zord yet.
No Zords yet. No Zords
So
yet for level 3.
I have quips and speeches. I
Yep.
have 2 levels of that, so that should go somewhere.
It's going to be one of those
Powers?
things again where probably the best place to put it, yeah, just pop it in there and then just put 2 out of 2. It does increase as you level up.
Yeah. Quips.
But unfortunately,
And
it's another thing where we've
it's like that's like basically it's Bard inspiration, and I have like so many a day.
yeah,
Not to compare everything to D&D, but it's an easy reference for people.
it is definitely.
So right now I use Heart of the Team for that, but
Yep.
then later on I use the other ones for it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
Cool.
get other bits, other abilities as well that you can use it with.
Cool.
We need to have
Okay, so that's there now.
influences.
Yay! Now this was one I was having a hard time choosing, because there were a bunch of different aspects of the character I could draw on for it. Like, I look after my family, and I was kind of like the dead mom of my punks, so do I go caretaker? But then I'm like, at the same time, like I'm definitely not small town roots, but at the same time, nomad makes a lot of sense, because I spent the last couple years on the road. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, it's this.
Well, you can have up to 3 at start during character
Oh
creation.
wow.
So with the first one, you don't take the hang up with the
Then you
influence,
start taking the
but
hang-ups.
every other one
Okay.
you take the hang ups. Yep.
Cool. I like that.
So I don't know if I've just made your decision harder um, or easier.
Um. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. All right. Let's start with caretaker as my primary then.
Okay.
I was always the dead mom of my crest punks, and I'm like, I look now. I'm here, as I said, I came back to Angel Grove to look after my younger siblings, which I have like a whole litter of because my dad's in jail and my mom is working 3 jobs or whatever in the bad part of the town, and someone needs to take care of them. So I came home for it. Um,
Okay.
so, and I think it's a good, cool juxtaposition to like the whole I'm a tatted up punk.
So what we get? We get
So where does that go? Oh, origin goes to the top. Roll, okay.
if you scroll down past powers and perks, you've got hang ups, bonds, and influences. It's kind of a
Okay.
weird way round because you'd think sort
So
of
influence, the first influence is
yep,
caretaker.
yep,
Um,
and that will be
and so
you gain an edge for all medicine and group checks, and give an extra edge to those you aid with lend assistance.
is that something you can copy and paste in or
Yeah,
no?
I can paste that in right now. I've got it right in front of me.
That'd be great. Thank
What
you.
I am going to do is just to clarify. There is no extra edge. If something would give an extra edge, what you'll give is an upshift as well. So you'll give
Okay.
the edge, which means you'll be rolling, or somebody else will be rolling 2d20 and take the highest. And then with their skill dice, they'll also go up a step. So if they had a d2, they'd go to d4. But any way you look at it, with the caretaker helping them out, they're much more likely to succeed. You're not going to get the hang up. Presumably, this is. Well, I say you're not going to get the hang up. You can choose which of the 3 or which of the ones you do pick you don't want to take the hang up for.
Yeah, this one I don't want the hang up for, but I'll
Okay,
take the hang ups for the other ones.
fantastic. And then
Um,
you've got some bonds, which are kind of. There's a table if you want to roll. There, you can pick one if you don't want to roll. But it's just kind of a way to sort of influence the character a little bit in terms of role play and character development.
my quick temper often gets in the way of my bedside manner.
I love it.
All right, so that's under bonds.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take 2 more.
Okay. What else are we looking at?
I'm taking nomad and martial artist, but it's not martial arts. I did like bare knuckle, like boxing,
Yep.
so that like it toughened me up, and it got me to it's one of the ways I made money on the road, like in my little circles is. So yeah, I like that. So nomad and martial artist. So let's add nomad. Or if you want to add it so you can paste the stuff in.
I can indeed.
So I get that hang up, which is that I'm really bad with strangers, basically. Like, I don't open up to them, and it takes me a lot. I never trust a stranger on first encounter, it says, which I'm totally cool with. Because I've been on the road. But let's roll the places I've like, because I didn't move around with my family, which is what this is kind of written as. But remember, I dropped out of high school, and I took off, and I hitchhiked, and I train hopped around the country. So
it works really well then, doesn't it?
yeah, so let's roll 3 random times to find out where I kind of hung out for a while. So I'll just roll in the chat.
Yeah, go for it.
So rolls will be done digitally, right? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, I hung out in Salt Lake City, Utah. Let's find out where to put that. Bonds? Yeah. Cities. Salt Lake City. There's a good punk movie about Salt Lake City called SLC Punk. I recommend
Okay.
everybody watch. It's got the main actor is Matthew Lillard, if you're familiar with him.
I am indeed.
Yeah, he plays the main character, and it's amazing. It's way pre-crust punk, but it's an amazing movie. All right, Salt Lake City.
Was that SLC Punk? Did you say?
Punk, yeah, SLC Punk. Yeah, it's very, very good. You got some really great scenes about punks beating up skinheads too. So. Yeah, it's really good. It's all about being a punk growing up in a Mormon city.
Oh, okay, that does sound interesting.
Because that's what Salt Lake City is. It's like the Mormon capital. 18. Henderson, Nevada.
I'm seeing Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for 18.
Oh, you were right. I was looking at 16.
Okay. I wasn't sure whether or not...
Pittsburgh's even better, actually. Pittsburgh's cool, because that's like a steel town.
I have to say, I think...
Yeah.
This is good. I'm going to show my ignorance now. I think the only thing I may know about Pittsburgh is they have an ice hockey team. And I want to say it's the Pittsburgh Penguins. And if it's not, I'm just going to disappear now.
I don't know. I do know that one of their sports teams is the Steelers.
Yes.
Because steel, as I said, it's a steel town. There we go. All right, here we go. And Houston, Texas. I'm guessing I got as far as probably Pitt, Pennsylvania, because that's like the other coast, practically. And then the others are like on the way. So I was kind of heading out that way. And we'll say I like stopped in Pittsburgh for like the majority, and then like after a while I looped back around.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, and then martial artists, right?
There is just another bit of Nomad for background bond. Yeah. Just.
All right, let's figure that out. Oh yeah, I definitely miss my nomadic lifestyle.
I am being
like I feel trapped almost.
I'm being told by the chat that I was correct. The Penguins are indeed the hockey team. I have one knowledge,
awesome.
Two now, I suppose, with the Steelers. Fantastic.
Nice.
And then martial arts was the last one.
Oh, yep. So if you can tap that in influencers for me. Yep. Boxing is my specialty there. So let me type it. Let me copy in those hangups. Oh, you already did it. Okay, cool. So yeah, this one is that I need to like. It's really easy to goad me into a fight, basically, because I need to show off and I'm better than you in a fight, which is great because I have a short temper. It's the height thing, you know. It's like short, scrappy, chip on my shoulder.
I wasn't going to say anything. I may have thought it. I wasn't going to say anything.
All right. But yeah, her style is boxing. Okay, so.
And again, we've got.
Do I get? Okay, I don't get an actual specialty. It's just like what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if we scroll a little bit further down again, we've got background bonds for martial artists.
Yeah, let's go with.
I think looking at the chat, we're definitely going to have a few martial artists with that hang up. So it's definitely going to be. I could just see it. It's just like, you want to fight? And it's just, yeah, I do.
When I'm stressed or need focus, I can be found practicing my martial arts. Like I'm usually like my neighborhood in like, as I said, like the bad part of Angel Grove has like a really underfunded little gym with like a boxing ring, and like I'm just like in there on like the working out and stuff.
Burning off some of that frustration, some of that.
Yeah. Because at this point, I don't have putties to take it out on.
Yet.
Yeah, I said at this point. I'm liking this character. She seems really interesting.
I am as well. It's going to be. I love the way the bonds and that give you sort of an idea of role play elements, and the even
Yeah.
the hang ups is something not necessarily. I suppose it's a negative mechanical thing, but it's all well and good having a really powerful, really strong character who's perfect, but having flaws
That's
in
no
their
fun.
armor. Exactly. And having
Yeah.
flaws in their armor is I think, fantastic. I think it's a great way to lean on things like that and something
Yeah.
I can use against you all in a nice way, of
I love
course.
someone just said Power Rangers Angry Mob.
Yes. Um, three of you so far, I think, by the looks of it. It's going to be interesting to see what the other two are building
1 second. Let
towards.
me. I gotta be for a quick.
It would definitely be interesting to see what other influences people are taking, because it's definitely going to be easy to get people into a fight the way this is going.
Sorry, I was asking my roomie to refill my coffee. There. Cool.
That's okay.
All right.
Fantastic. What we
So
need.
this is as far as I've really read into the book. So I have a basic understanding of skills. So that's about it.
Brilliant. So next thing we need to do then is you get 12 more points to go into your 4 essences, 12 total. So at the moment you've got a
Okay.
2 in strength and a 2 in social. The book sort of
Okay.
recommends a split of 4-3-3-2. And
Okay. I like that. I'm cool with that.
for action
So
economy,
let's.
speed at a 3 as a minimum is a good idea. Otherwise you don't get any free actions. You get free actions
Okay.
equal to your speed minus 2.
Okay. 1 second. 4-3-3-2.
Yep.
There we go. That leaves me with strength 6, speed 3, smarts 2, social 5.
Fantastic. And then with the extra points, so with the strength of 4, you get to pick 4 more skills or rank up 4 more skills in strength.
Um, so D2. Brawn is used for fighting, or is might used for fighting?
Might is used for fighting, brawn is used for lifting things.
2. Alright. I don't have intimidation because I'm, as much as I try, people see my size before they see me, and they don't take me seriously. So I do not put any points in intimidation.
That's okay.
And then how much do I have for the other ones? How
So
many
you
points I put
have
in?
3 in strength. Sorry, 3 in
4. You said in
speed.
strength,
3 in speed.
right? Okay.
As I say,
What is what's finesse used for?
finesse is another fighting one. Might is more
What I
using
do.
your strength, and finesse is more like speed and grace.
All right, I don't have a lot of that.
Comparatively, initiative's a great one to have. Although we do have a Red Ranger, he says. We do have a Red Ranger at some point. We're going to do the character creation for that one. I do think it's the last Tuesday. And they do get an ability that allows you all to follow behind them in the initiative track and increase their total
Okay.
initiative number. So having something in initiative is good. Driving
All right.
as well.
Skill points spent across my attributes. Those look okay.
So we got. We have the D2 and the 2 extra in conditioning, the 1 extra in might. So you'll get 2 more health from the conditioning. And we've got D2 in driving, D2 in initiative, D2 in targeting, which is great because that means you can shoot stuff too. D4 in survival for smarts. And you increased your performance and took streetwise. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yay.
We've got. So I actually was good and put down your. Because I'd forgotten to do it before I did the session on Tuesday with Michael, but I do have and I've kind of spoiled something for everybody as well. But I do have the stats for your hammer, so we can go ahead and
Yay!
put that on the weapons part.
So, do you want to copy paste that for me,
Yep.
or should
No,
I?
that's fine. I'm just popping that in there now. And we've got the lion's hammer, which is going to be a might medium melee range of reach, and that's either one or two handed. No, one handed with blunt one, or an alternate effect of two hands blunt two.
Do these sessions get posted up on YouTube or anything later, or?
I'm planning on doing so. I
Okay.
will.
Let me know when you do, because I'll make a playlist of them on my channel too.
Fantastic.
People can get to your because I want my people, I want my fans, my group to be able to see it too.
Of
So.
course, I will share it with
Because
you
I have a
as
lot of
soon as I
people
can.
who just watch it later, because that's what they did with my other games. So.
It's all good. So we've got your lion's hammer in there now. So you've got that on there. We don't need to do anything with armor, because what we do need to do is edit this bit and pop the armor bonus in there for. You went with heavy, didn't you? You did indeed.
I did go with heavy. For now.
For now. It'd be quite interesting then. When the Across the Stars book comes out, there'll be a gold spectrum, and the gold spectrum is going to be the tank. We know we've not had a lot of stuff come out about it so far, but it's very much going to be the tank, being able to take damage from other people, or take attacks for other people instead.
Nice, I like that a lot.
Heavy is +4, so if we put the 4 bonus under there, and then what we have is we've got your toughness of 16, your evasion of 13, willpower of 12, and cleverness of 15. And then if we hit that,
Is that good?
it's a nice mix. We've got the willpower defense is a little bit on the low side, but it just means that
That's fair. That's fair.
it gives me something that I could possibly, you're a brick wall.
Yeah.
Especially if we hit that it's morphing time button, your toughness is going to jump up to 20. Because you'll get that
Which is a
+4
lot.
from your definitely, especially for starting. For all of like the attacks and everything, for any mechanics realistic that's working in the game, what you do is you roll a d20 and a skill dice. So
Okay, so like D4, D2,
yeah,
D6.
and if we work under the law of averages, although we all know that dice don't like that necessarily, but
Thank you so much.
we're looking at 11 for a d20, and then we need to find another 9 somewhere realistically on the skill dice just to hit you.
Yeah.
So for the toughness,
Or you hit me, but it just doesn't get through.
exactly, it's
I like
just like
that.
you shrug it off completely. Someone punches you, a putty punches you, and cracks their hand. They go to sock you in the jaw and break their fist off.
I like the idea of when she's not morphed up. The way she fights is the way her toughness kind of manifests is that like she does bleed, she does get scuffed, she does feel it, but she just keeps going. So it's less that she doesn't feel it and more that she's just super tenacious.
Too
And like,
stubborn to
you
give
should
in.
be on the ground, what are you doing? She's just up like, nope,
Nope,
nope.
I like it. And especially with that 4 health as well, she can take some hits and keep on coming.
Yeah.
100%. I've got your blade blaster I need to add in as well. So there are some items in the book. I don't know if you've looked
Yeah,
at
like
them
risk
even.
communicator, etc.
I don't know if there's anything in there that appeals to you. Everybody will get a risk communicator, probably. I mean, you are Power Rangers. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this.
When we get contacted, does it do the do 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 do, or is it something else?
It'll be probably do, because
Yeah.
That's what goes through my head all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, no classic. I don't even know what sounds they make in future shows. I have to watch them.
I also have to watch them. Um, I got so far and then stopped, not for any reason other than I just did, and then kind of
Yeah.
started watching again, and the nostalgia element is insane. Uh,
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
so it is.
That's how I feel watching the early episodes. So I remember coming home from school, sitting down, and seeing the debut of the Green Ranger. And I
Yeah.
remember the Green with Envy or Green with Evil or whatever that like story arc is. It was like the first actual story arc that they did
Yes,
instead of
because they
just
actually had a
solo
couple of
episodes.
episodes in a range. Didn't they? I can't remember if it
Yeah,
was two
yeah,
or three, but
yeah. I think it was 3 episodes when they introduced Tommy as a villain, and then yeah, Green with Evil. Thank you. Of course, Green Ranger would know.
yes,
So
I was
I'm
just
pretty sure that's the
wondering
Green
who
Ranger.
posted that. So,
I
yes,
said Green with Envy because that's the actual phrase. So Green with Evil, that makes sense. Yeah.
that was the Green Ranger. He would know. Um, for me, the one as well that stuck in my head was the Gold Ranger reveal. I can remember watching that as a kid.
I have
Just
not gotten that far.
no, or
No,
I I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to ruin anything. I just remember
because I
being
will. As
really
soon as I finish
excited.
up Stranger Things season 4, I will be on that.
Lips sealed.
But that kind of takes precedence right now.
That'll be me tomorrow. Now that I've realised what day of the week it is, what day it is, that will definitely be me tomorrow checking in to see Volume 2. I'm a little bit
Yeah, when I get home from
concerned.
work tomorrow.
I'm a little bit concerned that our Green Ranger loved Evil Tommy.
Yeah.
Hopefully that isn't an indication of his Green Ranger leanings. Um,
All
he
right. What else? What else was left on my sheet? Is that it?
it's all done.
Mostly, yeah.
Other than anything you want to add from onto your inventory.
Do I have to go up and put on level 1? Because right now it says level. There we go. Level 1.
Yep, if you pop one in there.
There we go.
Let me just have a look. We've got personal power, we've got the regeneration and movement speed, 6, 9, 11, 16. Yep. We've got skills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We have language. I do believe, get to add another language because I think it was your
Oh
social.
yeah, let's go Spanish.
Yeah.
Like realistically, traveling around America, especially like a lot of Nevada, Utah, let's go Spanish.
Pick up some strange.
There we go.
Fantastic. Yeah, so in that case, other than any items you want to add at any point, mouse is done.
Yay! Awesome. That was painless.
I'm glad it was, other than the false start where it wasn't getting your audio, which again I'll put my hand up for. Teach me to put my headphones in after I'd get everything set up, and then it kicked everything off. But fantastic, characters all done, got weapons, got yeah, mouse mechanically is all sorted.
Fantastic. I will work out more thematic stuff for her. Come up with more of her luck and details about that. We're starting next Thursday
Thursday after
or
we've got
Thursday after that.
yeah, so we've got 2 more character creation streams next week. The
So
last
it will
one,
be
the 14th, I want to say.
okay. So it'll be the week before I'm gone.
Yes,
Cool.
because you're off for
Because I'm gone
San
the
Diego
14th.
Comic Con.
Yes, I am.
A little bit jealous, and by a little bit I mean like
A lot jealous. Yeah.
like my arm can't get any higher. It's way off the screen.
I'll share
I can't
photos.
get any higher. I will hold
Comic
you
Con's
to
great.
that.
I remember walking down the street and like bumping into Marisha Ray and like Liam and all them like on the crosswalk, and like just it's a cool experience.
I can imagine.
Or seeing what's the guy? One of the guys from The Walking Dead that everyone loves, the crossbow redneck guy. Like
I know his character name is, I want to say, is Daryl.
yeah, Daryl like hanging out at the Starbucks. It's just like
We have a smaller, similar thing called MCM Expo, movie comics.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the last M stands for. Um, but I caught that on one of the first years, and that was fantastic. And I really want to go back. And the Green Ranger for
I
this
rem-
game keeps telling us we've got to cosplay as Power Rangers and go to it. Um,
oh yeah, for sure. I remember getting in the we have like a hotel that's right next to the con that we stay at, like it's literally right there. But I remember getting in the elevator to go up to our room, and I look around and realize that we're in there with like most like part of the cast of The Flash, who are also staying in our hotel. And we're like, oh, okay, that's cool.
just happens. Just
Let's
getting
not
everybody
bother
else.
them. Yeah,
Hey
let's
ho,
not
man.
bother them.
Yeah, I would. I'd probably have a
Yeah,
nerd moment. 100%. I don't think I could survive. I don't think I could survive Comic Con as much as I'd love
it
to
can be
go.
difficult.
Yeah, I
Or
would.
there was one time like my roomie does cosplay. She does like a different costume
Okay.
every day, and she does like big cosplay meetups. I remember one year she was doing one of the Marvel or DC meetups, and there's like these stairs at the back of the convention center, and then there's like these little shadowed areas by the doors on either side that lead inside. And I'm there, and like this is several years back, and she's taking photos. I look over the side, and Chewbacca's actor is in like a wheelchair, and he's like kind of snuck out there, like where it's all quiet, and he's sitting there like away from the con. And I'm like, I'm not gonna bother him. That is the guy who played
But
Chewbacca.
I want to. I'm not going to do it, but I
Yes, I
want
want
to.
to, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
This is obviously before he passed and whatnot, but
Yeah.
it was just very cool. Anyways,
See, you've got more restraint than me. I probably would. I'd probably get kicked out because it's like, right, enough. Just leave everybody alone.
the only ones I've ever like straight up walked up to and nerded out over are one of the actresses from Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
Um, I can't remember the character's name. Esri, short hair, Trill. One of my first crushes. I did not handle meeting her very well. And other little ones like some comic book artists, and like there's an online comic I love called Real Life Comics. I met her there, and like just little stuff like that. But um, yeah,
No,
yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, so we've got two more character creations next week. The last one on Tuesday, and then 14th game starts, which hopefully will be amazing. Everybody will have fun.
I'm very excited.
I am glad. I'm
As I
I'm
write up
very
more
excited as
background
well.
stuff, I'll kick it to you just so you know. Like I have a little like if I name my siblings or something, I'm like, here you go, or
Brilliant.
like whatever.
We have like an extended family tree of just however many siblings that Mouse has.
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
Little Irish Catholic family, so little. Um,
I get that. I get that one completely. Just
but
flicking through.
yeah, great.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Mouse
Yeah, thank
Master.
you.
I'm glad that was, as you said, that was painless. Nice and easy picking through things.
Yeah, I like the system. I'm excited to see it in action.
I love the
I'm not
system.
going to confuse myself with the Zord stuff yet because that's a while off. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not in a rush.
That's okay. I will go through it when we're closer to the point, and we'll do probably just
Yeah,
get everybody together for one episode and just jump into the creating the Zords. It's much quicker. There's not as much to pick through, and if we're lucky, we might even have a Zord sheet on Roll20 by then. Because we
and like
don't.
we've already talked that I want like more of like a Voltron style line instead of like the little
Yes, it's definitely being
tank.
conversation completely. Like, I see it as more. I want to say it's Power Rangers Wild Force where they have loads of animals as Zords, but there's actual
Okay.
like legs on the animals.
Oh, cool.
Not
Okay,
like
cool.
wheels underneath something that looks like a shoe that's been converted into a griffin or a unicorn.
Yeah,
Yeah, um,
it's kind of an underwhelming looking Zord.
yeah. Especially when the
Because
red
you're like, you
one.
get a lion. I was like, awesome. And then I
Yeah,
looked at it and I'm like,
it's like,
oh no.
oh, okay, that's what they did with that. I think the big thing as well is you look at you look at the lion, you look at the unicorn, you look at the griffin, and then you look at the red dragon, and you're like, who, what, no, how is that fair? Who did that? Red Dragon is fantastic, and it also transforms, and then, yeah. I'm not saying that there's a clear red bias here, but there's a clear red bias here.
Okay, well, awesome.
Fantastic. Okay. Apparently, the Red Ranger got the budget.
Yeah,
That does
makes
sound
sense.
about right. Oh, thank you very much for your time. I'll be seeing you in a couple of weeks and speaking to you when we speak.
Before that, yeah,
Yeah.
sounds great.
Have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. See you all next Tuesday.